Hello, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Amos. I'm an admissions advisor for State Fair Community College, and today I'm going to be talking to you about dual credit. So, what is dual credit? Dual credit classes are college classes that high school students can take to receive both college credit and high school credit. These classes are no less difficult than any regular college class. It can just count for example, if you have a college English comp class, then it'll count for your high school English credit. Some benefits for dual credit, it can give you kind of a head start on college. It helps you kind of transition from high school to college. It gives you the expectations of college courses. You gain a lot of communication skills, time management skills, and many people say they become more independent after taking these classes. It's also cheaper than regular tuition rate, so that can be a big benefit as well. The qualifications you have to meet depend on what grade you're in. So juniors and seniors, you have to have a 2.5 GPA. Sophomores, you have to have a 3.0, and freshmen, you also have to have a 3.0. For sophomores through seniors, you guys have to have appropriate placement test scores on the ACT or the AccuPlacer. These are both placement tests. If you haven't taken a placement test, reach out to your high school counselor, or if you're homeschooled, whoever homeschools you, and talk to them about taking a placement test. You need a certain placement test score on many of our courses. So for example, to take our college algebra course, or it's called pre-calculus algebra, you have to have a pretty high math score. If you don't have that score, we're not going to put you in that class because we want you to do well in it. We want to make sure you're ready for that class. Now, freshmen, you guys have to have an ACT score in the 90th percentile. That's a pretty high score. We just want to make sure you're ready for college classes. The last thing you all need is permission from your parent or your guardian and your counselor. We'll talk about how you get this later. So for the enrollment process, it's pretty simple. The first step is an online application. This is pretty quick, takes 5 minutes. We'll have a link to it in the description box below. You can just click on it and go ahead and fill it out. You do have to know your social security number to put on there, but if you know that, then it might even take you like 2 minutes. This is a different application than our regular first-time freshman application, the one you'll do after you graduate from high school. So please make sure you are on the dual credit application. After you fill out that online application, we will send you an email to whatever email address you put on that application. Please make sure you do not use your high school email. Use a Gmail or a Yahoo or a Hotmail, whatever else you have. Just don't use something that ends in .mo, .k12, whatever that is. So we'll send you an email with your student ID number. After that email, you are ready to complete the registration form. We also call this form the enrollment form. This is where you will pick the classes you want to take. You'll need to sign it, your parent will sign it, and your counselor will sign it as well. And then you're ready to submit those documents. So once you are ready, you can either give that form to your counselor if that's what they prefer, or you can email it straight to dualcredit@sfccmo.edu. You want to allow 5 to 7 business days for this to process, and your enrollment deadline for 12-week classes in the fall is September 1st. So you've got plenty of time. This is what that enrollment form looks like. You don't have to read it all right now. I know it's a little difficult to read. We have a link to this form in the description box. You can click on that and you'll be able to look at the ins and outs of this form. You'll see right here, this is where you'll put your student ID number. And in this box here, this is where you will pick your courses. You can find those courses at our sfccmo.edu website. You'll just type in classes in the search box. That first result you get, you can click on and then click the orange button that says search now. If you need help looking for courses, please feel free to email us. That dual credit email, you can email us and we can help you kind of see what's right for you. Then you figure out all your signatures down below. Make sure you get everybody to sign it that needs to sign it, and do make sure you use PIN. Do not use pencil on this form, please. We really cannot accept forms that are written in pencil. It's very difficult for us to read once those have been kind of scanned into our electronic system. These are some important dates. I would encourage you to screenshot these or just kind of keep note of them. Things like when enrollment opens, when the priority deadline is, when forms are due, when classes start, when your tuition is due, so when you have to pay. And this date right here, this is important. The last day to drop 12-week and on-ground high school dual credit courses with a 100% refund. Most of you will be in 12-week classes. You want to look for 12-week classes. And if you drop a class after that 100% refund date, you are still required to pay for that class. We give you about a week after the class starts to decide whether or not you want to drop it or not. This form is called a FERPA form. FERPA is a law that college admissions or college professionals everywhere have to abide by. Basically, it means that student information, so things like your grades, your financial aid, your GPA, your bill, everything that revolves around you as a student is your information, and we aren't allowed to share that information unless you give us permission to do so. So please make sure you fill out this form and you write down anyone who would need to know any of that information. Maybe your parent, your guardian, your counselor, anyone like that. Fill out this form. The student will sign it there at the bottom, and then just turn in this form with that previous form, the enrollment form. Just turn those in together. That'll be perfect. And remember, only use a pen. Do not use a pencil. Okay, let's talk about payment. So for tuition for this upcoming year, it's $79 per credit hour for on-ground classes and $94 for online courses. So if you do qualify for free or reduced lunch, that tuition is waived. But everyone still does have to pay for course fees and course textbooks, any course materials that you might need. So please know that even if you do get free and reduced lunch, you're still required to pay for some things, but it does pay for a lot. So easiest way to pay your bill is on your student portal. It's called MySFCC, and it's just online payment, easy peasy. And that tuition and fees are due on October 30th. So you do want to make sure you pay off your current course before you enroll in another course. Okay, so pay off every semester as that semester is going. Again, dropping a course is a very serious thing. You need to be aware of refund dates, so you need to know if you are going to have to pay for that course in full. Talk with your instructor before you drop a course. Sometimes they can help you maybe study better or give you more materials. Talk with your counselor, because if you are getting high school credit for this course and you drop it, that can really cause some issues with your entire high school plan. If you do decide to drop, you just get the add drop form from either your counselor or on our website, and you can just submit that to our dual credit email as well. The one way that you can be dropped, maybe unintentionally, is if you do not participate in the course within the first week. So in your first week of your course, please make sure you do an assignment, do a discussion board, something, because if you do not, you are dropped automatically as a no-show. So student resources include your student portal. This is where, of course, you can pay your bill, you can view the library database, campus news, you can access tutoring on your student portal, lots of good resources, and your login credentials are sent to you after you submit that enrollment form. So once you are enrolled in classes, you'll be able to log into your MySFCC. The other student resource is Canvas. So think of Canvas as your online classroom. This is where you will submit courses or assignments. This is where you will do quizzes, tests. You'll do discussion boards. Your grades will come through here. Everything regarding your course happens in Canvas. Make sure you look at your syllabus in Canvas. That will outline everything for the course in terms of requirements and maybe even outlining when assignments are due as well. Those login credentials are the same as your MySFCC. The last big student resource is your State Fair email. So once you become a Roadrunner, you receive a SFCC email. This is how you need to communicate with your instructors. Don't use your high school email or a personal email. You want to use your State Fair one. And if your instructors or anyone from State Fair needs to communicate with you, that is how they will do it, okay? They won't use your personal email anymore. They will only send it to your State Fair email. I'd really recommend you connect this to your phone. So, let's say a test date gets pushed back and you get a whole nother week to do your test. That email will come straight to your phone and you'll be able to relax and wait another week to do that test. So as far as getting books goes, the easiest way to do it is on our online bookstore. It's sfccbooks.com. We will link that also in the description box below. This is where you can just put in the courses that you're taking and then order any materials you need. So any textbooks or any additional materials you need, it'll be shipped right to your door just like ordering anything online. Your course may be a direct access course. You'll know this because whenever you go into sfccbooks.com and you put in your courses, it will tell you, hey, this course is a direct access course. What that means is your textbook is already in your Canvas. So you will already have your online textbook. You do not need to buy the textbook. It's included in an additional course fee. So you can still buy that textbook if you want the paperback, but you are not required to. You can also rent textbooks. So if you know that you're not going to want to keep this textbook and you know you're going to keep really good care of it, you can rent textbooks and then just return them at the end of the semester. Remember, if you do not turn that textbook in on time, you have to pay the full price for it brand new. And we all know how expensive college textbooks are, so please make sure you turn it in on time. But this also can just mail right to you, and then you can mail it back or drop it off at the campus. Okay, that is everything for our dual credit program. If you have any questions at all, email that dual credit email. Or if you have questions for the dual credit coordinator, you can email Megan Klein. Her email is also listed below, and there's her phone number. Every student in our service area has an admissions advisor assigned to them. So if you want to connect with your individual admissions advisor, they can help you with dual credit, filling out the form, picking classes, questions that you may have. Just email dual credit, whatever school you go to and whatever town you live in, and we will be able to connect you with your admissions advisor. That is everything. Good luck with your dual credit classes.